Once, in the time of ancient Greece, a mighty struggle unfolded between the gods and the Titans, the old rulers of the world. The gods emerged victorious, casting down the Titans and seizing control of the cosmos. Zeus, the king of the gods, took dominion over the sky, Poseidon claimed the seas, and Hades, through trickery, was condemned to rule the underworld. To cement their power, Zeus created mankind, who, through worship, would sustain the gods with their prayers and sacrifices. But as the years passed, humans grew weary of the gods' demands and began to question their authority, leading to rebellion and defiance. In this world of gods and men, an infant boy, Perseus, was set adrift at sea, his mother Danae's desperate attempt to save him from a cruel fate. A fisherman named Spiros discovered the floating coffin and, seeing the child inside, took him in as his own. Perseus grew up as a mortal, unaware of his true parentage, unaware that he was the son of Zeus, the most powerful of all the gods. Years later, in the grand city of Argos, a dangerous defiance against the gods brewed. King Cepheus and Queen Cassiopeia, leaders of Argos, openly declared that they no longer needed the protection of the gods. They were confident in their own power, but their hubris would bring about divine wrath. Hades, the god of the underworld, still bitter over his lot, saw an opportunity to strike. He convinced his brother Zeus to punish the mortals, but secretly, Hades planned to overthrow Zeus himself, feeding off the fear and despair of mankind. As Hades unleashed his fury on Argos, tragedy struck Perseus's family, who were innocent bystanders to the gods' conflict. Enraged and heartbroken, Perseus was taken captive by the soldiers of Argos and brought before King Cepheus. There, Perseus learned of his true origins. He was not merely a mortal, but the son of Zeus. Despite his anger toward the gods, Perseus realized that he alone might possess the power to stand against them. Hades, intent on destruction, threatened to release the Kraken, a monstrous creature capable of annihilating entire cities, unless Princess Andromeda, the daughter of Cepheus, was offered as a sacrifice. Desperate to save their city and their daughter, the royal family turned to Perseus, begging him to lead a mission to defeat the Kraken. Although reluctant and fueled by a desire for vengeance, Perseus agreed. He set out on his perilous journey with a small band of warriors, including Draco, a seasoned and loyal soldier, and Io, a mysterious woman cursed with immortality. Their quest led them to the Stygian witches, who revealed that the only weapon capable of defeating the Kraken was the head of Medusa, the Gorgon whose gaze could turn any living creature to stone. The path to Medusa's lair was treacherous, fraught with danger. Along the way, they encountered giant scorpions, deadly beasts born from the blood of a slain monster. They were saved by the Jinn, a race of mystical beings who joined Perseus in his quest. With their help, Perseus and his companions made their way into the underworld. In the dark and twisted lair of Medusa, the warriors faced their greatest challenge. One by one, Medusa turned them to stone, her gaze as deadly as legend foretold. But Perseus, using both his wits and his strength, managed to evade her deadly stare and, in a final, desperate strike, beheaded the Gorgon. But the victory was bittersweet, for most of his comrades had perished in the effort. With Medusa's head as their only hope, Perseus returned to Argos, where the Kraken had already been unleashed upon the terrified city. Andromeda, chained to a cliff as a sacrifice, awaited her doom as the monstrous creature rose from the depths. In a moment of heroism, Perseus arrived, using Medusa's head to turn the Kraken into stone, saving Andromeda and the people of Argos from certain destruction. But Hades, enraged by the failure of his plan, confronted Perseus, revealing his intent to overthrow Zeus and rule both Olympus and the world of men. A fierce battle ensued, with Perseus calling upon his divine heritage. With the aid of a thunderbolt from Zeus, Perseus banished Hades back to the underworld, thwarting his schemes and restoring peace. In the aftermath, Zeus offered Perseus a place among the gods on Mount Olympus, recognizing him as his son and a hero. Yet, Perseus, ever the mortal at heart, refused. He chose instead to live as a man, treasuring his humanity. In a final act of gratitude, Zeus resurrected Io, bringing her back to life as a reward for Perseus's bravery. And so, Perseus and Io stood together as the gods looked on, acknowledging the hero's role in saving both mankind and the divine order. The balance of power was restored, and Perseus's legend was set to echo through the ages, a story of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring strength of the human spirit.